the messy artist. And we are going to go ahead and do some more drawings on our pink little painted backgrounds. Just it's for fun. He's for fun. So let's start with this guy. I'd like to finish up this one. So I'm gonna set that one aside. We'll do a couple on this one first. Let me see what's going on. Oh, look what my son made with his 3D printer. I was so excited. He gave it to me. How cool is that? He is my helper. He's holding my very fabulous Pentel Brush Pen for me. Ta-da! Isn't it cool? I was so excited. Goodness gracious. If you're interested in my son's website, this is his card right here, and here's all of his information. And he does have a QR code that you can scan. See if I can hold still. And yeah, he runs a little Etsy shop. So there you go. All right, let's get to playing around over here. Thank you, sir. Let's get to playing around. I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. My brain is on overdrive today, the last few days. So I'm gonna just throw in some mountains like that. Press this down so it's not curving so much. Just a little bit of action right now, a little bit of fun times right there. Same kind of thing over here, but less controlled. Just kind of sweep that up, skimming that surface like that. Yeah, cool. And then maybe there's a lake. Whoa, rude. Maybe there's a lake or water right there. And back here is a tree line. Why not? Prominent little bold tree line. Like that. It's nice to put a break in your tree line as well. Gives your eye a chance to rest a bit. And then maybe not. And maybe we just do a little bit of that. Touch. And then you can always make your tree line a little more bold after the fact. And maybe that water is back there, like that. Maybe up front we have, maybe there's a tree that goes like that. Okay, why not? Remember when you're drawing, the fundamental of drawing a tree is it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. And your branches are wider where they connect than they are when they flow out. So always wide too small, is the rule of thumb. You can do whatever you want, but general rule of thumb, you know. You just go ahead and get in some crazy wiggly branches, why not? And then maybe there's a few more coming up like that. Maybe there's some grasses over here. Coming out super close like that. Drop in some color, swoosh it up. Drop in some color, swoosh it up. And get in some more crazy grasses. Maybe there's a bit of that going on. And given that this is, you know, black on white or pink or whatever, maybe I don't want to get too carried away, right? Or maybe you do. Okay. Branches going crazy, and then drop some ink. Go ahead and suggestion of foliage. And you can also draw in some foliage. And if you have something like, I don't know, something like this, you could get, and I haven't ever done this, but we could try it. Get some different marks on the paper. Have fun. Just scribble that down, and then pounce, spin it. Oh, I dig that. All right. There we go. Maybe a little bit of pouncing down here. There we go. Cute little background thing. Maybe we'll just come in here and scrub around on one of these. Create a little vignette action. Why not? Yeah, good. Okay. I dig it. It's not terrible. Let's see. Oh, I have markers. Let's do just a little bit of markering on here. Just a little, just a touch, just a skosh. This is a Tombow alcohol-based marker P757. I don't believe they have the name. Yeah, no. That's all you get. That's all you get. Maybe just do a little glaze over my mountain there. Okay. Maybe put a little line there. Smudge it around. Dark over here. Nice and dark. Right. Oh, it's drying nice and dark. Look at that. I dig it. Okay. And kind of lightly don't want to color in, but you know, why not? A little bit of, oh yeah, I like that. Cool. Alright. Fun times. Fun times. Now, what else do we want to draw? Let's see. How about, oh, how about a little doodly. And then a little bit right here, down to the bottom. There we go, and then maybe a little swoop, and a little swoop. I'm trying to be mindful about where my hand is this time. My instinct is to work like this, like all over the top of the piece. Maybe just loosen up a little bit. I mean, relax already. And not have to be so precise. Right. There we go. Now it's good to work outside of your boxes too. I'm going to cut these into individual pieces so it won't matter. And I'm just playing here. I'm thinking about Queen Anne's lace because my granddaughter and I went for a walk yesterday over to the dollar store. And I bought her too many things, but on the way there we saw some Queen Anne's lace and I was like, ooh, I need to pick some of that. And then I didn't, of course, because, you know, life. We walked back, we sat on the bench, we sat in the sun. I got a little sunburned because that's how I do. And yeah, it was a nice little walk. So that's what's in my head right now. Not that this is Queen Anne's lace or anything, but you know, it's just for fun. Scribbly scribbles. Maybe one there, little one there, and another little one. Over here, just little. Cool. And since I put the dots here, might as well make another little one here. And this one over here. Overlapping is fun. Don't be afraid. And then maybe some little grasses like that, maybe? Cutting up in. Like that. Like that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to stop there with that. I think I'm going to grab this mark. Actually, let's do a little bit of green on this one. These are all very pink purple, right? So let's break away. This might be really dark. Oh, it's not too bad. Swoop that down. Fun. I'm digging it. I need a piece of scrap paper. I have all kinds of little scrap papers. Just to clean up the marker a little bit, because it is picking up that ink. And just for fun, I'm going to dash in little bits of green here and there. Like that. Okay. And then maybe purposefully not going to the edge on this side, and purposefully not filling all the dark right there, right? We can sweep that up a little more. Maybe a few just marker marks. Just marker marks like that. Good. And then I'm thinking a touch of colored pencil in whites. These are Create a Color Mega Color markers. These are made in Austria. This is permanent white. Just a little bit of sparkly sparkle. If it will. If it will. Just over the top. Kind of bring back this section here. Maybe put a little color in right there. Not exactly as sparkly as I wanted it to be, but that's alright. Kind of muddying up the works. So when that happens, what do I reach for? You guessed it. Dr. P.H. Barnes Bleed Proof Whites and a fine brush. Let's see. I haven't tried this little guy yet. He's just teensy. And then we can come in here and loop around. It's my granddaughter, Lucy's. One of her favorite things that I do is boop whenever I do something with her. She's 2.5-ish. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Fun. Remember, this is pretend. This is pretend. I'm not trying to create Queen Anne's lace. I'm just having fun. Because I've been really feeling like just creating for fun. Not trying to create some masterpiece or get all crazy in my head. It's just play. Sometimes playing is where you create your masterpiece. A lot of the times, actually. Maybe a few little bright marks. Yeah, perfect. All right, done. This is really muddy up here. I don't know if I love that. I don't know that putting bleed. Yeah, the colored pencil, see that? Resist. Right there. Do you see that? It's resisting going down flat. Right there, which is fine. I think I might be being a little bit too nitpicky. Right? These are just sketches. Let's knock it off. Okay, so that's 2. We got 2 more blocks. Should we finish this set? I think we should. I think we should. Let's do it. I'm thinking stencil. Let's do, how little do we want it to be? Let's do a little moon. Super light, super light. So I don't want the whole thing to be outlined. Is that enough? Maybe a few dots right here. Perfect. And then maybe a big something over here. Maybe a big central kind of guy. Like that. Letting it skip around, super light touch, hardly bothering to touch the paper at all in some places. Ta-da! And this puppy lives on my desk. I use it all the time. It just lives right up here. Okay, so we've got some circles. This is looking like a bird to me, this smudge right here, so I'm gonna roll with it. Just roll with it, right? Why not? Let it run off the page on one side like that. And maybe we've got some other birds floating around back here. And don't worry about making perfect shapes. Your birds, some of them can just be dots. Okay. Way back there in the distance, and then you've got a few forefront ones. And you got this big guy right here. Maybe another one right here. Like that. There we go. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Cool. And what are they over there? Let's do the whole mountain thing again. I'm really digging that. Maybe not so tall. Maybe they're farther away. So it's more of a misty idea, right? Like that. Maybe this one here is more prominent. More prominent. Maybe this is just hills and mountains through here. Why not? And the farther down I go, I'm going to get a little more bold with my marks. And I tried the paper so that I'm getting the marks that I want. And then here we've got a bit of boldness going on right here. Like that. Done. Super simple, easy, no stress. My instinct is to go in here and do more, but I'm thinking just a few wispy lines right there are good. Good. I dig it. Okay, so what I'm thinking, instead of going with bleed proof white, which is my instinct, is to put white right there, I'm gonna go dark. Let's go with a pink on pink to make it like that. And then maybe we can carry this down here in some spots, just touching so I don't bleed that black around too much. Yeah. Good. I like it. Cool. Okay, and then over here, let's see, what am I thinking? I'm actually thinking Santa Claus, but I don't think that's, I gotta go with the theme of the situation at hand. So funny. Let's do a little moonlight reflection. So my thought is to do that. So let's go like this, but instead of doing a circle, I'm gonna do a little bit of interior little water kind of skimming the surface like that. Okay, and then put it back down, and then on the outside, put that down. So here's our horizon line right back here. And our moon, right? So let's go a little dark on the edges, right? Pull it in. Sweet and simple, right? And then up here, also skimming in, because there's a glow around, right? So you don't want to fill it in too much. I'm just using the edge of the pen, touching it down and lifting up almost immediately as I skim it in. And then light skim there. And then the same thing on this side. Touch down and skim, almost lift it up almost immediately and just skim in. Like that. Okay, like so. I can swoosh it around and skim it in. Like that. And I'm going to drop a little bit of dark here. Tap into it. Tap into it. And there we go. And then maybe on this one we could go with the green again, or ooh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm just loving this purple left over on here, so let's do a little bit of that here. Touch there. That's fun. I like that. A little bit of purple back there. And there, all the way around. And then maybe just a skosh of white. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Where'd that brush go that I had? There it is. Skosh of white. Drag it around. Doesn't have to be exact. My more sketching. Maybe a little bit of sparkle on the outside. Oh, look at that. How fun. A little bit of sparkle on that horizon. Okay, I like it. Oh my gosh, we finished this whole thing. How fun. So now every single one of these has a bit of color except this one. So I'm thinking this one needs a little something. A little zhuzh. A little teensy zhuzh. Ooh, let's use an alcohol marker. This is Ecoline Brush Pen. Brilliant colors. Pastel green. Yeah, let's try this. On top of our pink acrylic and see how it does. Underwhelming. There's tinting, and I did start with it, so I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll with it. And drop it everywhere I want green to be. And then we'll get another one. Just that pulls it together, I think. But let's try this. This is my Copic Chow YG23. It has a brush tip. These, I love the Copic markers, but they are so expensive, you guys. Ooh, vibrant. I like it. Just a little bit stock. exact. I don't, that's not the goal. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Oops. So there's one sheet completely done. Should we cut it up? I feel like we should cut it up. Should I take a picture first? I feel like I should take a picture first. Hold on, I'm gonna stop the camera and take a picture. Hopefully everything was in film and frame. Whoopsie. I'm gonna zoom out just a bit. Sorry, I didn't realize I was zoomed in so far, you guys. I hope that wasn't too far. Let's grab this guy. Since it's a big sheet of paper, this is my folding, cutting tool. What do we call these? eCraft. This is the brand down here. Not that it matters. You can get these on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. Excuse me, dude. There we go. Let's give these a little cut. Let's see. Which way should I do this first? This way first. So I don't want to... cut into them, right? Just want to block cut them basically so that I can be more precise. In just a moment. So my thought with these was just to create cards. This is as far as I got. Like, ooh, I made these little shapes to draw in a while ago on the paper, and then thought, well, I can always cut them out, right? We can always cut them out. Let me come down here. I can see what I'm doing a little better. See? Why must it be difficult? Why? There we go. And just create little cards with them. I don't know if I want to. Let's just cut them. I'm not gonna make any hard decisions right now. Just give each side a little cut, like so. Crisps up those edges, right? There we go. Okay, that's that guy. So, in my big grand scheme, this is as far as I got, like just to do some cool sketches, maybe uncool sketches, I don't know. Create, and then cut these out into little cards and maybe laminate them, and I could sell them as bookmarks or mini arts, or what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should I laminate them in another video? We can do a laminating project. Or should I just leave them as like individual little arts? Let's finish cutting them and rounding up corners, because I do love a glorious rounded corner. Glorious, I tell you. And this is where you can crop them too, as big or small as you want, depending on your taste, what you're going for. Edge off of that one. I think I like the top of that the way it is. Okay, let's cut these guys. Let's give it a little. And my boxes are super wonky. I wasn't really thinking about a finished project when I was making the little squares to paint and draw in. I was thinking about creating something that I will pick up and utilize. Sometimes I do have a hard time with the blank page and getting started, as a lot of people do, right? So this is a fun way to alleviate that blank page pressure, that I don't know what to draw pressure. Grab a piece of paper, make some shapes, grab some stencils and make some marks, and then put the stencil away, grab a pen, and see what you can create out of the paint marks and stencil marks that you created. That's another way to do stuff. I've done that. There we go. And then this guy. I am liking the pink background a lot. And I think I might do this again, but more neat, with the purpose of making an actual print. Because I think that would be super pretty with different colored backgrounds for a print. Would that be cool? Yeah. And if you do this and you don't want to cut yourself into cards, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. And I didn't use a stencil. I think I used the edge of my circle stencil to make the marks. Like I just used the edge of it and kind of create wonky boxes. And then a little bit off, just a little bit off the bottom, not a lot, just a touch. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now I want my corner rounder. It's this guy. And I usually do the large. I can show you what the small looks like. Small just takes the tip off, which is nice. Medium gives you a little bit more of a round, and then the large, which is what I prefer, gives you that nice bold clean round edge, which is my preference. See, I'm not digging the edge of that being my scissors. This is scissors. Oh wait. No, maybe we'll leave it alone for a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's round our corners really quickly. Now with the pastel ones, you might want to be a little, gentle with smushing around your pastels. There's that guy. Do you like it better with the square corners or the round corners? My personal preference is round. I was watching a sewing video yesterday, and dude made the cutest bed, but it was Barbie sized. And my granddaughter loves her Barbies, of course. Why wouldn't she? And she keeps bothering me to make her a bed for her Barbies, like furniture for her, or buy furniture for her Barbies. So I got an idea on how to make a nice, cool-looking, realistic bed for her Barbies on Instagram yesterday. How cool is that? So that's in my head as well. I think he used canvases and batting, and like a small wooden canvas with the gallery backing, so you can just hang it on the wall if you want to. And put batting over the frame is what my thought was. And then he made cute little pillows, realistic looking sheets, and it just was so cute. And I thought, oh, that'd be a fun gift for Astrid for her dolls. Okay, so we're all corner rounded. Now, for finishing touch, my instinct, my darlings, is to use my ink. I have various colors. I've got two reds actually. That was an accident. So there's ruby red. So let's try ruby red around this guy. Just kind of truly mixed media pieces at this point. And you can put something like this. You could put glue it onto a writing paper. You could make it into a bookmark or a tag or whatever you want. See, I feel like that just finishes that off. Let's do the ruby red on this as well. I feel like it won't detract from the pink too much, and it'll frame it. See? Unframed and framed. Enough for me for it to feel finished. See? Fun. And if you want it to be a little more, then do a little more. I don't like that white. See the white on the side of the paper? Just get rid of that altogether. Makes it look all crispity. And if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. I just think it looks nice. Let's try the green around that one. Here's my green. I have leaf green. I love these. I got these on Temu. If I remember to find the link, I will let you know. It's that says product card. I don't think there's. Oh, yeah. There's no real like. If you look up classic ink pads, these pop right up. If you need them, you don't need them, but you know, it's a little bit bold on the green, but that's okay. I'm not gonna mind it. We're gonna do 2 with this green. Maybe not be so much about it, right? Just a little. There we go. Yeah. And again, that white edge, just want to get rid of it. So you just skim the edge of your paper like that, and that takes it right off. There's those guys. These are the unfinished ones. Okay, that's greens. I'm thinking I want to do the red on this one. Should we put a little bit of green on this as well? I feel like I should now that it's separate from all the other pieces. That is also something you can do. You can mix your colors to tone down that red in some spots. Give it a more vintage, like rustic kind of feel. See, as opposed to just straight red. So that's a fun idea. This one, I think I want to try this yellow. See what that does. Oh yeah. I think that look a little much on the bottom here. I'm just using the corner and scrubbing up into the piece a little bit like that. And then like that. Get rid of our white paper edges like that. And there you go. I think with the peach colored pencil that looks nice. And then let's put our covers back on. I'm really bad about that. The purple, the lilac purple on this guy. Just to give that and a heavier application because of the pastel. Just to give it nice crispity finish to the edge of the piece. Like so. Good, I like it. Maybe I'll do purple on this one as well. Kind of skimming into the piece a bit. Just skimming in. Not too much. Good enough. To tint it a little more purpley. Get rid of all that white around the edges. And there we go. And then we can even take it in. It's very subtle, but it is a nice little touch. And then this guy, I'm thinking the pink, the red again, with the green to make that dark border instead of the vibrant red border. So we'll do the red. And then you can do the green first too, but I was just thinking the red would be maybe up into our mountains in that foreground a bit. Go gently on the edges by the sky. Really get those edges of that white paper. Then take our green and just tone it back a bit. Like that. There we go. There we go. So that's our finished little cards from that one sheet. We've got some pretty cute, I think, pieces of art. What do you guys think? So we have, I should do the threes. I have no idea what order these were in. I think they were in this order. This guy there, that guy there. Oh, this guy was here, this guy was here, that was there. Here, here, and here. I think that's how it was. So that's all cut up. How fun! And if you're curious what they look like, just on the desk with a dark background. There we go. What do you think? What do you think? Was this fun? Was this a good idea? Do you like the pink background? I'm kind of really digging the pink background. I'm also thinking this oh hoo 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 be a good idea. Oops. Just that. Yeah, I like that better now. Fun. The only one I'm not really sure about is this guy. But yeah, that was fun. I had fun. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think of all of them, this crisp, clean one and this are my favorites. I like the idea of these. This dark one is kind of cool. That moody, right? This one didn't come out quite the way I was expecting, but it's not terrible. Yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!